it's Michelle from Scrap Secrets, and welcome to the Team Tiny Thankful Hop. To follow along with us, click on the hashtag in the description below, or type the hashtag into the search button on YouTube, and you will find everyone's amazing videos. So today we're going to be creating this card with the October Create and Inkspire kit, as well as doing some upcycling. Now, you just saw the images from the large stamp set that comes with the kit this month. And I inked up all the images with some Catherine Pooler Midnight ink, stamped them out onto craft cardstock, and colored them with regular Crayola pencils. Yep, the same ones that kids use for school, things like that, the very inexpensive ones. Now for this, story's kind of funny. I stamped out all the images and I colored this image in first like a pear. And then I thought, why the heck would a pear be in a cornucopia? It's probably more like a squash or a gourd. Clearly, I'm not a big fruits and vegetable person, so I thought, all right, let's use a scrap of this cardstock. I stamped it onto craft cardstock, so I was trying to look for the same color cardstock, and I couldn't find any scraps of it, so I just thought, let's use this. And I'm using Prisma color pencils here, and the reason is simple. I was too lazy to walk up to the second floor and get them. I was downstairs in my craft room, and I colored all the other images while I was watching TV on the second floor. And like I said, it's just too lazy to go get them. So I'm just going back and forth between the colors, trying not to press too hard and put too much color down so I can get a good blend. Now, I do like the way the Crayola ones blended better. I don't know if I used a softer hand or what it was, but I do actually like them better on the craft cardstock. So I fussy cut them all out, and then I took a black marker and ran it around the edges since I stamped it in black ink, and this gets rid of the core. So this core isn't white, it is obviously craft, but I like to just go around the edges so you don't see the craft, and it gives it a more finished look. So now this is one of the bags that I got a while ago when I did a honeybee order, and I thought it would be such a beautiful background for this. And I've never done anything like this, and I've seen a bunch of people do upcycling stuff, and I just thought, why don't I use it? It doesn't make sense. It's beautiful. I have a couple of the bags, so if I mess up, I can just cut another bag. And it was so easy to do, and I think it just gives it that extra something, but you really didn't have to do anything besides cut up a bag. So I'm putting it onto a piece of craft cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The piece of black cardstock is 1/8 smaller than that, and then the paper bag, or the bag from Honeybee, is 1/8 of an inch smaller than that. So it's 1/4 of an inch smaller than the card base. So now we're gluing the pieces of the cornucopia together, and as I was looking at this, actually as I was going through and watching the video to try to cut it down to edit it, I looked at the top of this and it actually looks like a piece of like a pumpkin pie. So if you look at the cornucopia, the way I've colored it, you could actually cut off the horn part of it and make it a pumpkin pie. So I think I'm going to have to do that. I am going to be doing a class or a couple videos for stretching your supplies, and I think that's going to be one of my tips there. So sneak peek into the class. So anyway, I was putting the fruit and vegetables on the cornucopia just to try to figure out how I wanted them laid down. And then I'm taking that same MFT On Point precision glue that I used to glue down the cornucopia to the card base, and then just placing the images that I wanted in front. These were super easy to fussy cut. I've been big on fussy cutting lately, not using my brother's Scan and Cut, and I'm not sure why. But so just gluing them down into place. The pumpkin is probably my favorite colored piece. And I apologize if you hear this little noise in the background. Fred is laying right in front of the iPad, and he won't move. So you can probably hear him purring. He's very excited to be sitting here watching this video with me. Okay, so now we are going to be using 2 of the stamp sets from Create and Inkspire. The word thanks, which I'm actually going to use just the thank part of it. And then we're going to use the full part of the word from the, I believe that one was the August Create and Inkspire kit. It was the artsy one. And the word is actually, there's color, and then you can say color or colorful. And I took the full off because it's a thankful hop. So I wanted to just add the thankful on the inside. And I thought that the two styles mix nicely, but then I turned out that I don't really like it in the end. So now we're going to stamp it down with the same Catherine Pooler ink, as well as using the turkey, and that's from the Naughty stamp set from Kindred Stamps. So that's why I pretty much didn't show you the stamp set. It's not like it's really bad or anything. There's just a couple sayings on there that people could take. There's a lot of double entendres actually on it. So once I stamped this down, I was really not happy with it. I think that I probably should have stamped it a little bit closer, and I was trying to figure out what to do with it because I think the full is too bold compared to the thanks. So I took my white Sakura jelly pen, or my white pen, whatever. It's a it's a Signo Uniball white pen, and just went to the right of all the letters and just traced it in white just to kind of give it a little bit of a shadow or an outline. And I liked it a little bit better. I'm still not loving it, but it is what it is. It's handmade. I tried out something new. So, I could have put some dash lines in the full letters, or I don't know. I could have done something else. So let me know if you have an idea of how I could have fixed it. Oh, if you have any ideas. So here, sorry, I was off camera for a second. I will move it up in a minute. I'm just using my Prisma colored pencils, and I'm going to show you how simple this was to kind of mix colors and add some shading in here. I'm just going to be using a variety of the Prisma colored pencils to go through. So I used 2 shades of orange to do the lines in the feathers, and one of the things that you want to try not to do is put too dark or too light areas next to each other. So if the 2 feathers were actually touching each other, I kind of left a little bit of space for it to be a little bit of white space, and then went in with the lighter color and colored over it to kind of just give it a little bit of differentiation between the feathers. I'm going to color those in, and now I'm using like a greenish brown to go in and add some shading in the turkey. And then I'm actually going to be using some colored pencils that are, I believe they're watercolor pencils, and they are from Hobby Lobby. It's the Hobby Lobby brand. I think they're Master's Touch ones. They were sitting in my same bucket that I have my Inktense pencils in, and I decided, let me just pick them up because I didn't have any browns in this tray. And again, I was lazy and just didn't feel like getting up and getting them. I was trying to use supplies that were all within an arm's reach. So now I'm using an Inktense colored pencil to kind of blend it all out a little bit and give it a little bit of shading. Wasn't crazy about the way the turkey came out. It wasn't my favorite, but I do love the red feathers when I get to that. The next thing I did was I went through my colored pencils, and I was trying to find a yellow because I wanted the tips to be yellow, I wanted the stripe to be orange, and then I wanted the feather part that was closest to his body to be red. I'm just using 1 shade of the yellow since it's such a tiny area, and I wanted it to kind of be bright and bold. So that's a very, very bright yellow. So yes, I believe that's Master's Touch or Fine Touch, something like that. It's the Hobby Lobby brand. I know they have different versions of it because sometimes Master's Touch is on sale, but the other part of their brands aren't on sale. So they have different what you would consider private label ones. So anyway, whatever that color, Fine Touch or whatever they are. So now this one is a Prismacolor one, and I went and on where the feathers meet each other, I kind of did some shading, and then I went back in with the lighter color, blended it out a little bit, and then added some shading where the turkey's arms were and around the different parts of the turkey that would be the darkest. So that's the entire card. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you are enjoying this entire hop. Thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. I'll see you guys again real soon for another video. Bye!